the other E4 comedy, I'll use the word comedy because I don't know whether this is made for laugh. Comedy drama, yes. Was the big anticipated series of the year for all of us, Jane the Virgin. Which premiered
I think it was a relief. It's such a relief to have seen Jane the Virgin. I feel like a new person.
Do you feel like
I'm just hoping Gary's singing Like a Virgin at the end of the podcast.
I woke up with a glow this morning, having seen that last night.
Oh, dear me. Now, I think the thing is really to set this up. I was very cautious.
This is going to be the best setup ever.
I was very cautious on Twitter. I felt this was very much like Ugly Betty, but I didn't know if I was playing a racial stereotype. But then someone told me that it's based on a telenovela, which is the same as Ugly Betty.
Almost. Telenovela.
Telenovela was that Fox show about dinosaurs a couple of years ago.
Many of those shows, many of those words in the right order.
No, it's like a televised novel.
Jane is a young woman who seems to have a job at a hotel as like a hostess. And she's about to get engaged, we think, or her and her partner have been together for a few years. But the main thing
she was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
Yeah. Don't you want me, baby? See, that's the build-up for the whole show. Don't you want me, baby?
Oh, the Human League, still relevant today.
And basically what happens is she has a visit to the gynecologist, and instead of doing an inspection, they inseminate her by accident. It's factually true.
It's the inspection.
I know.
Oh, I don't know what a gynecologist does. Do you?
I was with you up till then.
She was going to have, wasn't it?
An inspection, ladies and gentlemen, just come for an MOT.
A few weeks later, she realises she's pregnant. She goes to the hospital. They say, yes, she's pregnant. And it's a bit more involved because the hotel owner, who she once had a short kiss with, is the father. He had cancer, so this is his only sperm available. His wife is having an affair with the other bloke from the hotel. There's a grandmother. It was quite confusing, actually.
Well, it's like soapy, isn't it? It's sort of overturned. Yeah. And I think I was listening to an old podcast you guys did the other day, years and years ago, and you were talking about like names.
We are so sad. This is the second time we've mentioned that we've listened back to our own stuff.
Yeah, but this was before I was on the show, so
that's legally allowed.
I didn't. Yeah. You were talking about names of shows and how sometimes they're misleading, and I think we wouldn't have been as excited or may not even known about this if it weren't for the name of the show.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think, it does suit the show in a way because it is a sort of larger than life show. A lot of the stories are revolving around, like you said, the hotel owner and his like scheming wife who wants like money from him. That's the only reason she's staying with him. It's got his tongue in its cheek, basically. But I think what makes it work is the performance.
I liked the twist at the end as well. I liked the twist at the end.
Is the performance from Gina Rodriguez and the character of Jane and her family, I think, are the sort of bits that make it sort of more grounded in reality.
Gina Rodriguez was brilliant, and I found myself, without realising, getting more and more immersed in this as it went on. If this was a UK show, I wouldn't be a fan of the narration, but I understood it was there because it's a piece of telenovela.
Well, that's as I said, that's the sort of tongue-in-cheek element.
Yeah.
That's what makes that work.
And I think calling it Jane the Virgin, as you say, was a stroke of genius. This wasn't a show for three men doing a TV podcast in London, the North, and wherever the devil I am this week. But I just...
Where are you, Luke?
And US critics love this show as well, and it's interesting that...
I think of the three of us, Luke, you enjoyed it the most. I wouldn't say I loved it. I enjoyed it, but yeah.
I didn't love it. This is not going on my DVR from now to the end of the season, but
why not? You put everything on there. Why wouldn't this make the cut?
Oh, shut up with
You've got Fringe Series 9 from 2006 on there.
I've seen all the Fringe. This make the cut?
I know how it ends now. You rewatch it now, don't you?
What about you, Matt? In all seriousness, is this a one and done for you?
Yeah, I think maybe. I don't know. Of the two we've talked about, I'm going to probably stick with the Goldbergs. I think that's an easier watch, and it's not something... This one, obviously, with the plots and all of that, is one you have to sort of stick with. You can't just sort of watch one and then, go to sort of episode 4. thing. So it might. I don't know at the moment. Is my answer. I think it depends what else I've got to watch. But I think Luke, you're the one of us who sort of really took to it the most.
I think again, it's that thing that we've said we like so much is when you just think, without realizing it, you think, well, this isn't for me, and then you find yourself getting into it, and it's just a pleasant surprise, because there's nothing worse than thinking something's going to be good and it disappointing you. Whereas if you're able to go in and think this is probably not for me, and then coming out being genuinely surprised by it, then I think those are the better shows.